This song hit 1 million streams, but I almost never sent it to the label, and it's because it didn't really sound like anything else I'd made before. Now, when I started out, I did that classic thing that a lot of producers do, where we research what fits and what works within a specific genre. And that's a brilliant way to learn and to get your skills kind of up to speed. But I found I ended up making tracks that were sometimes felt a little bit safe. So I wanted to try something a little bit different. So first of all, let me just show you one of my older songs, just so you can see the kind of vibe that I was originally going for. And then I'll show you the one that hit over 1 million streams. So this one's called Meant to Be. So it's a nice track. It fit really well within the melodic house scene. I actually did quite well this song. So this track is called Same Love, and I'll play you a little bit. So they might sound like they come from the same place, but to me as a producer, I knew there was things I did in that song that I didn't do in the other one. And this just meant overall that I really liked the song, but I was very hesitant to send it to a record label that had been releasing some of my other music, because I was scared that it was going to sound too different, too off, not quite what they were looking for, or we'd post it out and it would just be a flop. But interestingly, this song I was least confident with has gone on to be one of my top 2 highest streaming songs on Spotify, and that's despite it not 100% sounding in line with everything else that I was making up until that point. And I want to give you another example. If we go on BUNT's Spotify, so he makes house music, but his second highest streaming song ever, 88 million streams, is called Trippin', and it's a drum and bass track. And this is another example of where an artist has got his own sound, he makes a certain type of genre, but then he'll throw a wild card out in there, and actually it does really, really well. And I just think that's pretty cool. And it goes back to something I've been talking about on this channel a lot recently, which is to reduce the expectation of what tracks you think are going to get signed, or what tracks you think are going to do well, or that the audience are going to enjoy most. We really can't guess that outcome ourselves. So what I do now is I make a batch of demos and I send them off to a record label, and then I let them decide which ones are worth releasing and which ones aren't. Because what I've realized is, say if I send them 3 demos, and whether that's all at once or over a period of time, it doesn't matter if not all of those songs are released. My streams have still gone up 3.5 million in the last 12 months, and we've only released about 6 so far, but I've sent them loads more, which means that all the ones that didn't make it, they haven't limited my streaming growth going up. So there's 2 big lessons here. One is that the songs that you feel are almost the most safe and on brand for you, they might not be the ones that click with an audience. It might be a wild card like My Same Love or BUNT's Trippin' that actually do really well. So remembering that being willing to send your demos that feel the odd one out as well as the safe ones is always a really good bet. And the second takeaway is reducing that expectation that you need to get all those tracks signed that you send off. Just let someone else decide, whether it's the label decides which ones are best to release, or whether you're self-releasing and you're testing them on TikTok or playing them out live. Let the audience tell you which songs are worth putting out there. It's not going to limit your growth. Releasing less, for me, has actually increased my streams and growth, and I believe it could do the same for you. This is the kind of thing I help artists with. I have a private community over on Discord where electronic music producers share demos, get feedback, talk about all things to do with music in the industry, and I do a couple of one-to-one sessions with people as well to help them out. So I'll pop some links to those in the description. Feel free to check them out. Thank you for listening, and I'll catch you on the next video.